Robin from Rainbow Gardens, and today we are here with our very own Laura Jarvis, and we are talking about monarch tagging. With the monarch migration coming through, that is a very important thing to tag those migrating monarchs. So Laura is going to tell us all about it.
Yes, this is an exciting time of the year.
Yes, it is.
We've got a lot of monarchs. Just so you all know, this is September.
Yes.
You may be viewing this at different times, but September, October are our main migration months, and we are just really excited that, San Antonio is right on the migration route.
Yes.
So that gives us a lot of interesting things that that other areas don't have.
Yes.
So monarch migration, we're going to go into talking about why we want to tag in tags, right?
Yes, yes, definitely.
So we're going to be starting to look for the first of them probably early September maybe, and those, if we want to tag these for fall, the main reason we're going to be tagging is that so that we can learn more about monarchs and their habits, their patterns, the migration down into different places, especially into Mexico, and then back up again. There's been some incredible stories from some of the tagging process. One of the biggest stories I can remember reading about was a family where a young boy tagged one in Canada, and it flew all the way down into Mexico, and the next season in the springtime they found the tag in Austin, Texas.
Wow.
So that shows
amazing.
Shows you that we're right in the middle of that.
Yes, we are.
So it's really cool. So
do they call it the funnel?
Some do, because it does look like that when you see it across the United States. It all comes right down through.
Yes.
And hummingbirds too.
Yes. Yes.
So we get to see a lot of different types of hummingbirds that we don't see.
Yes.
Usually during the rest of the season. So, if I want to capture an egg or a caterpillar, it's going to usually be early September or any time during the month of September, and that way I can protect them from predators in what we call a pavilion or an enclosure. Rainbow Gardens does sell these, and this will make it easy to keep the predators away. And if you want to tag and release, we're going to wait until they're dry.
Yes.
So when they first hatch, well, the cool thing about the collecting them is that you get to watch the life cycle.
Yes, absolutely.
I almost skipped over that fun part.
Yes. Oh, yes, and that's the best part.
Yeah. So our family can watch them go into the chrysalis, changes, and then come out of the chrysalis and hatch. So this beauty hatched this morning.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she was collected out of my yard earlier this September. So, and she may be a little feisty. She might be ready to get out now. But that's why we want to keep them in an enclosure. You can catch them in the wild, and it's a fun family project. Sometimes different organizations will do this.
Really? Okay.
So that they can help the monarch watch and their studies.
Yes.
And so this is a really good butterfly net, and I got this online.
Okay.
I got this through Amazon, and if you want to, you can just scope it out, make it a little longer. So depending on where you're going, the longer is better, and you just kind of bring it down on them.
Yes.
The easiest way is when they're feeding. And you can put that down on them and then flip up real fast.
Oh, that makes sense.
Then you're locking them in there, and then I usually grab it real quick and hold it shut so that they can't get back out.
Okay.
And then very easily, this is very important because butterflies tend to hold on, and they have a pretty strong grip.
Yes.
And I don't want to just pull her, because a lot of times that grip will hold on and you will pull the legs right off of them. So that's very important that we don't do that. And also in the enclosures, so we want to stick our finger up there and actually have her get on our finger and then hold her wings closed.
Yes.
And then we'll tag.
Okay.
So in here, you're doing the same thing. You're going to put your finger down for her to put her legs on.
Okay.
And then you're going to hold her wings closed.
Yes.
And then you're going to tag.
Wonderful.
So just be very cautious about that because
Okay.
they will really, really hold on.
Okay, yes, we don't want anybody getting hurt.
So when we get the tags, we're going to order them from monarchwatch.org. And let's see, you've got several things to show, I think, don't you?
Yes, so they will have a Monarch Watch tagging data sheet enclosed. And I was discussing with Laura earlier, so you're going to write your tag code in, the month, and the day
So wait
that
a minute,
you found
what's the
them in
tag
year.
code?
What is the tag code? Well, each sticker has numbers on them. So, as you can see, little numbers with a code. So you would write that tag code right here under tag code. You'd write the date, and then there's an MF, of course, male or female. But then I got to R and W, and I asked Laura, what does R and W mean? Reared or wild? So reared would be in the enclosure, and wild would be one that you caught with a butterfly net that's already flying. So, and then you put in your city and state zip code, and that being a citizen scientist helps Monarch so much. That any information that you can give them about the monarchs in your yard, that really helps them collect all that data and helps, you know, chart the way for the monarchs to.
So the tags, that's okay.
Edit that out.
So the tags have monarchwatch.org for people that don't know anything about tagging.
Yes.
And what the organization does is they pay people in Mexico to go collect. A lot of them die.
Yes.
And they are picked up on the forest floor. So then they can record a lot of them.
Yes.
So, or they can catch and release and record the numbers.
Yes.
These numbers are then taken from Monarch Watch, collected from August, September, whenever they're ordered, all the way through to March of the next season. And then they put them back up on the website. So this very tag that we are recording today, we're going to email this back to them when we're finished with all of this information, and then they have somebody type all of that stuff in, record all of that, and it goes up on their website. So then I can take my copy of this, because I always want to keep a copy, and I'll keep my numbers, and then next spring I'll go on their website and I'll look for my numbers.
Yes, exciting.
It is, and I know when we do the Butterfly Festival, I know Monica has told me several times that several of their butterflies that they've released, they have found on the website the next season. So that is a main way we can get involved.
Yes.
The trick is we have to be faithful in our little paperwork here, and then this does have to be given back to Monarch Watch. That way they have records of what we've done.
Yes, exactly.
So all of the people throughout the United States and Canada are recording these and sending them back.
That is so exciting.
That's how we knew where the Monarch was tagged in Canada, and how, you know, it went all the way down, then came back up the next spring. So that's an amazing story, because you know, there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of things that are not true. Yes. You know, mistruths or whatever you want to call them about monarchs and their behaviors. So this is documenting things that will, you know, take away a lot of the untruths that are going on about all of these interesting creatures.
Yes, the proof is in the data.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why they definitely need scientists, citizen scientists.
Yeah, we help a lot.
Yes, definitely. So, and anybody can do it.
So what we're going to do on our paperwork is we're going to identify, you said male or female, MF. Yes. So now we have to identify, is this a male or is this a female? So they don't talk. So then then how are we going to do that? So sometimes if they're reared, it's easy, and look at her, you can
she's
see.
so pretty.
But you can see when she opens her wings.
Yes.
So when they open their wings, the females have no pheromone sac, which looks like a little dark circle. The female also has a little bit darker borderline between the different, I call them windows. I don't know if that's really a correct name, but between the upper and lower wings, there is a border line. And the females is a little more pronounced, a little wider a lot of times, and sometimes you can tell just by that. But the main thing is we look for the pheromone sacs on the top side of the wings. So,
and those are two little black dots that just kind of...
on the bottom set of wings, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so are we ready?
We're ready.
So you're gonna get the first tag in the row.
Should I show this real quick?
Yeah, show that.
So this is also on Monarch Watch, but what you're gonna, where are you gonna tag? Right here in this discal cell, right here. And you can tell because it looks like a mitten. There's no other place except on the other side that looks like a mitten. And that's what you're going to look for. And every Monarch has that. Whenever I look at pictures or drawings, I always think, oh, that they didn't use a real Monarch because they don't have the mitten. They all have the mitten. So that's what you're going to look for.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use that finger like I was telling you earlier.
Yes.
And I am going to get her to get on my finger. And she is going to want to go backwards. The easiest way for me to do this, see how she wants to get on that finger?
Yes.
Now she's coming around, it's going to be easier for me. I'm going to close her wings.
Perfect.
And I'm going to get her fingers on me. Okay, so
got it.
So when you hold them just right, they will tend to be still. If they're struggling, then you don't have them held well. They almost go to sleep. So she is ready for her tag.
All right.
And what we're going to do is some people are really good at this with 2 fingers, but see, you can use your extra hand if you have a helper.
Let's see.
So we see that cell right there.
Yes.
And we're going to want to put it
Right there.
right
See it.
here, and she's going to start to struggle here because I'm showing too much.
So I'm going to set it right here.
Can you get in there?
Yep. And then I'll let you press it. I just set it gently. Oops. Sorry.
Okay, see that, everybody? You see that?
So I just put it on there gently.
Press.
And now Laura's pressing.
Okay. So she's going to want to crawl on my fingers. Now, she's ready to be let loose. Do we want to go let her loose?
Yes. The number
Yes.
it's 100. Correct.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we're gonna put that paperwork in. She's looking around, she's trying to get out. Okay, we ready?
We're ready.
Okay. Should we go over to the garden?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure she'll find some friends over there right away.
She was wanting to get out, and I'm gonna want to reposition so that I have her.
There she went. She said, no, I'm done. She's ready to go, and there she goes.
There, you can get a close-up of her, and you can get the tag on her too. There we go.
There she is.
And you're not seeing me. Yeah, it's a girl. And why do they vibrate like that? Because they're cold. They're trying to get warm. They're solar and they like to be warm. So we have a question, and the question is, don't the butterflies leave the dust or parts of their wings, you know, that rub off when we were kids, we always heard, oh, don't touch a butterfly.
Yes.
They won't be able to fly after you touch them.
That's what I'd heard about moths also when I was growing up, yes.
So one thing that is truly, truly important before we start with the butterflies is to wash our hands.
Absolutely.
And both Robin and I went in there and we washed again. We don't want any residue left on their wings.
Correct.
We don't want to harm them in any way. So the less movement we can do, the better. And as you saw when she started moving, I loosened my grip on her because I didn't want her to break a wing trying to get away.
Yes.
So they do not leave parts of their wings or that residue or I don't know what it's called, like
dust
the dust.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people call it the dust. Now moths will leave a little bit more.
Like a crystal kind of thing.
Yeah, and they're actually truly scales.
Yes.
But you can't see that until you're under power microscope. So, but if they are held properly, it is not hindering that butterfly at all. A lot of people ask, well, don't these little tags hurt them? Or is it harder for them to fly? But the studies that they have done shows that if it is in the discal cell,
Yes.
that it really doesn't harm their flight.
Not at all, and they don't even really notice it.
So, you know, there doesn't seem to, well, that one that flew from Canada all the way down and back, I guess, showed that, you know, it's not really hindering their flight. So, what are you guys gonna do if you find one that has a tag? You know what? This was a good invention.
Yes,
I
it was.
I was around before I had these. So now when I'm out and about, we've had several in our butterfly garden here at Rainbow Gardens. It's like, oh, it's got a tag. So you get your camera out real quick and you take a picture of it, and then you can blow it up and you can see the number on it.
Yes.
And then you can go on Monarch Watch's website and you can record that number and send it in to him. It's like, oh, I spotted this number in San Antonio, Texas.
Exactly.
8516 Bandera Road, and it was this date. So you're going to record that and send it back.
Yes.
So that's really fun. Last year, when they were tagging downtown,
Yes.
Monica of the Texas Butterfly Ranch did a little study and she tagged a bunch of them. So I'm in my yard and I'm like, oh, there's a tag. So I take a picture of it and I send a quick little email over to Monica. I said, is this your butterfly? And she looks at her numbers and she goes, yeah, that's my butterfly.
Oh.
So it's kind of fun.
It is.
So we encourage everybody to do it as a family or maybe friends.
Yes, absolutely. It is
Gardeners, friends.
Yes.
Garden buddies.
Exactly. Yes, and it is you know, and just knowing that you're helping science and that you're helping the monarchs, that, you know, in itself is so rewarding. And it's just a good opportunity for you to, you know, get a good close-up view of those monarchs and show your family and try to help the monarchs as much as possible.
Absolutely. So we're going to give you Monarch Watch link, and we're also going to give you another one which is really fun. It's called Journey North. And Journey North not only tracks the monarch migration, but they also track the other migrations too. So if you guys are into birds, hummingbirds, different types of migrating birds and other things, you can get on there and track those as well.
Yes.
So it's a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to be watching for our girl.
Yes.
For until we don't see her anymore.
Yes.
And chances are she might be hanging around for several weeks. If you guys see this and you want to see if you can see or hear, you might come on in and keep your camera ready and look at the monarchs that we have floating around here and see if we can see her again.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yes, definitely. And I had a monarch in my backyard last year, and I did not get out there fast enough with my camera.
Oh.
So when you said that, that reminds me.
Keep it with you.
Yes, I had one with a tag on it,
Yeah.
and I was so excited, and I ran and got my camera, and it was gone.
She's gone. Yeah.
Yes.
They're fast. Unless they have a place they really like.
Yes, that's very true.
We're fortunate here with our butterfly garden and at my house. They usually stay a while.
Yes, and mine's getting pretty good too. I've got quite a collection, and I've got some that stay for a few days, and it'll take me years to I've
been practicing for a while.
You have.
I've been practicing.
Yes.
So we want to invite you to Rainbow Gardens Nursery, to our butterfly area, and Robin or myself, we would love to talk with you if you need more information, if you want to start some butterfly gardens, or if you want to try tagging and you have questions about that. Please give us a call. We want to help you out. We want you all to be successful and really, really enjoy your yards and gardens.
Yes, definitely. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much.
Share. This is important.